What do you do if you're a business leader and you're facing these kinds of disruptions and challenges, and everything you've done to succeed in the last 10, 20, 30 years is suddenly being challenged? Well, I would argue to you that, much like this example here, like many things in life, in fact, the answer is quite simple. It's love. Now think about it, right? It's about recognizing that the way you're going to attract talented employees going forward has nothing to do with being able to lock them in. You can't treat customers that way. You can't treat your employees that way. And you're no longer going to be able to block out competitors from these markets. You have to think very, very differently, and it's going to have to start with an assumption of a love relationship. How do you make them want to engage with you, want to stay with you? Because there's a very different sort of emotional reaction. There's a value they get that transcends the actual products that you sell. Now, there's probably some of you out here, skeptics, who might look at this and say, "Oh, this is all fine and good, Wes, but little problem with that analogy. The love was all fine and nice, but didn't he die?" And I'll grant you that there's a flaw there, but I believe that was not a failure of love. That was a failure of creativity. Now, throughout the movie, if you've watched this, the cameras come in, they linger in with shots like this, and you got the music and Celine Dion singing, and the tears are there, all this stuff's going on. But if you just change your perspective, and you look at this from the top down, you recognize something very interesting. There's actually a bit more room on that piece of wood than it appears from the first outset. In fact, if you actually apply some creative thinking to this, you would soon discover that there were actually many ways that they could have survived. Leonardo did not have to die. It was not a failure of love, it was a failure of creativity. I think this is the way we have to approach this as business leaders today. And we think about these ideas like gamification, like social engagement. It's very easy to lose sight of that. We get so serious. I would offer you 3 tips for the business leaders out in the room today who are grappling with these kind of changes and trying to figure out where this stuff fits.